you know what, because I'm using mouse, I will actually swap those inputs. I will use this one somewhere else. So just do it like this for now. And okay, let's spawn our weapon. So let's go into our event graph and let's make a custom event, which will be called spawn weapon. And we'll need a weapon. So we already done weapon examples. So if we go into blueprints and weapon examples, we have this example gun, which has a lot of logic inside it already, which is cool because it's already tracking ammunition and doing stuff. So what we want to do, we want to make a child of this example gun, and we will just call it BPM16. And we're going to go back here, examples, blueprints, make a new folder called FPS Pro, because why not, and just copy it here. Move here, because this is a blueprint that is specific for us. And BP awesome project, I guess that it will be this one. So let's just open the weapon, and now we need to change a few things. First of all, let's just change this to rifle. Yeah, this one. And let's go into this rifle. Let's see its attach points. So this one is called what? What is this? Muzzle. Okay, so muzzle socket and muzzle attach. So I guess it will be muzzle attach for our barrel. So we got some defaults. Shoot montage, sound, ammo class 30, 120, that's all fine. Let's see our construction script, nothing. Event graph. Okay. I guess we haven't done that in this at all. So have we done that in this example? Yeah, I've just done this, so this is probably fine. I will just copy it, it will be faster. So in construction script we just need to attach our barrel to proper socket. So the proper socket name is this one, I guess. So just paste it, compile, go into viewport, and it's in the right place, but it's the wrong rotation, so it must be the second one. So the muzzle socket, let's go back here, compile, viewport, yeah, and now it's going forward, so it's fine. So we got this gun and it is all set up basically already, and we got those default values that we are using, and I'm not changing sound, and I will just add a montage. And I want to know if this example gun shot montage, is it for the player or is it for the gun? Okay, it is for the player. So what we need is to go here, animations, rifle, I guess it's called fire, shot, no, what's, yeah, shoot montage, already there is one. And what is the shoot 2 montage? I don't know. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this shoot montage, we're going to make this animation. Okay, we're going to make a copy of this animation, and we're going to call it shoot additive. I'm going to make any montage, and we're going to call it M16 shoot. and it's going to be upper body montage, and that's it. And we're going to use it here. M16 shoot and rifle fire, that's fine. Awesome projectile is fine. 30, 120, this is all fine. Okay, so we go back to our character. Oh, and let's just close this one. This one might be useful. Close this one, close this one, close this one, and close this one, and close this one. Because we're now working only on those assets. Okay, so spawn weapon, it will be spawn actor from class, and the class will be M16, and he has some on spawn default values. We're staying at those, so 30, 120, awesome projectile, instigator is self, and owner is self. So this character is the owner and the instigator for this weapon. And we also need to get actor transform, push this transform and say that always spawn, ignore collision, and just to make sure that this weapon doesn't really have collision. It doesn't have collision at all, so that's fine. And by the way, if our collision all set fine, let's see. Oh no, we're going to change it really. So custom, we're ignoring camera, we're blocking projectiles, and this is fine. And let's go into capsule and let's do the same. Custom, and we're ignoring camera, and we're ignoring projectiles and blocking everything. Okay, that's fine. So we spawned this weapon. Now let's save this weapon as active weapon reference. And let's then attach this weapon and attach actor to component, and the component we are attaching is our mesh, and the socket is, I already forgot what we named it, so it's on the right hand and it's the FPS Pro socket. Okay, this one. Just paste it here, and we're snapping, keeping the scale. We're not wielding simulated bodies, so this weapon is not being treated as part of our body in any hit events. And I think that's it. Spawn test weapon. And now when we want to shoot, so we're going to input and we have this left trigger, we can get active weapon, and and by the way, this should be replicated because this spawn weapon will only happen on the server. So authority, and because we're doing this authority switch here, we don't have to do a replicated event for it, so we just do spawn weapon add begin play, and that's it. And now in inputs, when we have this trigger, we're just getting get barrel, EB barrel as a whole, and then trigger. Oh no. This will be fire. What was it? Shoot? Yeah, shoot. Okay, this one. So it will be shoot true and shoot false for release. Okay, play. Oh, okay. Why this is? Oh, okay, because it doesn't have a reference. My bad. So let's test it. So we have this rifle. I see that it's properly attached and we are holding it properly. We have animations of us walking, however our strafe walking and walking forward and backward are exactly the same. This is ADS, so I see that the animation itself is holding all the information on where we are aiming at, and because we're using our weapon example, we should be able to fire. Okay, but we can't for some reason, so let's think about why. Let's go back into event graph to this, and I guess that our weapon call function block shooting, and there is a message block shooting. Is it actually using this interface? Let's see. Shoot fire, yeah, block shooting, execute on a server, and this is not an interface call, it's just an event. So block shooting, let's go back here and block shooting call function, and we can call this function because we are the owner of this actor. So you can see that reliable replicated to server if owning client, and we are owning client, so can shoot is true. Okay, and now we should be able to shoot. No, still not. Interesting. But while we are here, we want to add some life to our animation, so we'll go here. And here, before we do this sprint blend, which we are not using yet, we'll do another linked graph. And this linked graph will be called hand sway, and we'll expose everything. And our scale will be 1 always, and our vertical and horizontal. Okay, so we'll just do it twice, you know. We're going to do it twice here. So this is one, and this is second one. So let's do it like this, and there is a reason for that. So we have this velocity, but we want to get some values from the core AGR blueprint. So we want to read normalized lean here, and this is float. We want to read another value, which is there should be like an aim up delta. There it is. So we want to add another one, aim up delta, and those are exposed. And we want to read one more value, which is our strafe velocity, and I think it's even called like that. So it's yeah, strafe velocity, just like that. I want to add strafe velocity. Okay, and we go into our core anim graph, we go into M16, and we go here and we expose those extra 4 values on not sprint, and then we just connect all those. So strafe velocity is strafe velocity, our normalized lean is normalized lean, and our aim up delta is aim up delta. And now we go back to our M16, and now for not ADS, so the standard blend, what we want to do, we want to say that our normalized lean is our horizontal sway of hands, our aim up delta is our vertical aim of hands, and our strafe velocity, which is map range clamped. So if it's between minus 320 and 320, we want it to be minus 6 and 6 degrees, and this will be the roll of the hands. So now if we compile this and we play, and now you see we have a change of how our hands behave, but our left hand is for some reason not following the right hand, so we're gonna have to change that as well. So like the right hand is acting as we wanted, but not the left hand. So let's see, is it because of this note? If we just skip it, our IK will break, but doesn't really matter. it doesn't really matter for this example, because we're not using IK bones for attaching weapons, so we don't have to bother with that. And now we have all this really cool IK that looks amazing. And the beauty of this node is that if you need it, you can use it in your subgraph like I did, but if you don't need it, you just don't use it. For this particular example, our IK bones don't mean anything, and our virtual bones do, so we're just keeping it as it is. And now for here, we're doing something different. So AMAP delta is still vertical, but now normalized lean is our roll. And we compile, and okay, let's just play. So now if I go into ADS, our strafe velocity doesn't affect our aim, but my sways does, and up and down does as well. So this looks quite realistic and cool right now, and this looks a lot better than it did as well. So all those extra sways, I mean, there may be a bit too much, so let's just say that IK scale will be 0.5, and here it will be 0.5 as well. And now all those effects are smaller. So we need to really move really fast for it to be noticeable. Oh, and by the way, where is the post-process volume? And let's go very fast to 22222. It was motion blur. Yeah, let's make our motion blur match our FPS. Yeah, that's better. So our weapon doesn't blur now, but the background does blur as it should. Okay, that's a lot better. Yeah, so we made this. Now we just want this weapon to shoot. That's the only thing that is left. Like, we want to fire our weapon. That's obvious. And then we will do sprinting, and we'll test it in multiplayer. Okay, so I didn't have to change anything, except that in example gun, block shooting, can shoot is not can shoot, is this block shooting, block shoot. This was just misleading a lot. So let's go back here, block shoot no. Okay, that makes much more sense. And now we can do M16. Okay, and now okay, and we can't reload, but it works. Okay, but our montage is not additive because I forgot to change the animations to actually be additive. So what we need to do, just go into this animation, edit it, and we're going to say additive in mesh space, and this is going to take selected animation frame, and the animation is itself arms rifle shoot additive, so it's this one, and the frame reference is 0, so it's doing an additive animation against its own frame 0. So this is how it looks like. So just moving the hands really. So now that we play, those additive animations kind of stack on top of each other, and they are not overwriting each other. So I can use the same shoot animation for both normal hip shooting, and I can use the same for ADS because it's just additive. So it doesn't matter what the start pose is, or somewhere in the middle between ADS and normal, it will always plays the same. And because left hand is always repositioned to match the right hand movement, it will always match perfectly. And even if we're doing this IK and shoot, you can see that it's also taking use of our IK. It's not breaking our IK. Okay. So now I know what I did wrong. It was just the block shooting done absolutely wrong. I can go back here, go into blueprints, weapon examples, projectile, and disable this tracing. Yeah, we don't need that for awesome projectile. Okay. So this worked, and now we can spawn any weapon that uses this abstract subclass, which is example gun. So if we make now our second weapon, it will be, well, basically the same. And does it have different animations? I mean, it has to have different animations, at least some of the animations. Yeah, it has different animations. So let's continue working on this one, and then we're going to add the second weapon. So this is fine. Let's do sprinting. So let's go back to our character. Let's go into inputs. And by the way, this is just single player, obviously. It will not work on multiplayer. At least I think, no, it shouldn't work, so it won't work. We're going to do sprint. Do we have? No. So we're just going to do left shift, and on left shift we're doing the exactly same thing as here. So we just paste it, but we are using sprinting. That's it. Now this will not work very pretty because we can sprint in place, which is ridiculous. But if you are moving and sprinting, okay, that's a bit too fast. Let's go back into anim graph, and let's say that this sprinting true blend is 0.3 and false is 0.25 or something like that. That should look a little better. Okay, smaller values even, so 0.2, 0.15. Let's see. Okay, let's do 0.15 and 0.15. This will be, I guess, fine. Okay, so we got sprinting. We can still shoot, obviously, which is ridiculous. Okay, but it works. Now let's do some more work on it. So yeah, let's do reloads. Why not? Let's do reload now. Yeah, let's just do reload. So what we need, we want to do an R button on keyboard. So R keyboard is reload. And what we want to do, we want to play montage on our character as a actor. So it has a special play montage function into this mesh, and it will be, let's go back here, rifle reload. There's a reload empty, and reload montage. Let's just use one of them for now, and just let's make sure that it's using the slot upper body, and that's it. So we go here and just place it, and that's it. So now that we play this, okay, this is this and empty. Let's make it also full body. I guess we'll be using this one a lot more. Let's go back here, here, play, bam, bam, and okay. We can also get our weapon, get mesh, get weapon mesh, and we can play montage as well. and we should have those as parameters. So we're probably going to make a new class or add a lot of values to the example gun. But what we should do, we should have a montage for our weapon itself as well. So this rifle empty reload for the rifle. Let's go here, play it here, and this, and that should work as well. So it's now, oh no, why weapon mesh? Okay, this is the weapon mesh, so M16, this is the weapon mesh. Oh, okay, because we need to go into M16 weapon mesh, and we're going to say use animation blueprint and just specify this animation blueprint. So now, and boom, and the animations are in sync. Let's see, it's easy as that. Oh, and we didn't make this reload upper body only. So let's go back into reload empty, and yeah, full body. We should set it upper body. Let's go back here and reload and reload. And it's ignoring our sways because this is a montage, so it's overwriting the general pose. And we're back to our IK pose. Okay, so now on reload, what we want to do is to do actual reload, but we already done that in our example, weapon examples. So we go here into our blueprints, weapon examples, and we have this BP reload already. So what it does a lot of stuff. So we just put it on our reload montage somewhere, and that's it. So we go here, here, animations, rifle, where is this reload? Reload empty montage, and we have notifications. We just add reload, BP reload. Okay, so here we insert the magazine. This will be the actual reload, and I think we can also add BP block shooting. Yeah, this one will be important as well. So we want to block shooting from the start to the end of this animation, or almost to the end of this animation. So here, and when he puts his hand on the gun here, this is when you can start shooting. So just, yeah, do it like this, and this block shooting, let's revisit that one because it might be reverted as well. Blueprints, notifications, or is it in weapon examples? It's here. So BP disable gun, get weapon, BPI example interface, and shooting blocked. Disable gun. Oh, okay. So this is the end and this is start. Okay, so BP disable gun, this is the one. Not block shooting, but add notification, BP disable. Oh yeah, it's notification state, disable gun. From beginning till almost the end. And it was relying on interface get weapon, so BPI example owner. Okay, so we need to go into our FPS Pro character and we need to go here and add example interface. So BPI example interface, and now if we compile, we have a lot more interface stuff. So we got this get weapon. So on get weapon, we just push active weapon. That's it. This is the one we were using. So you go here. I don't know what's wrong with those bullets. Let's reload. And we reloaded. And 24x30, and now it's fine. Like, it's actually tracking the ammo count as it should. I don't know why the bullets are being like they have bad rotation on spawn on the first frame that they are appearing. But maybe it's not okay. Okay, I'm constantly shooting, reloading. Okay, and it's empty. I don't have any more ammo. So yeah, the gun works. Wasn't so hard to set it up really.